I want to ask you something honest. When was the last time you walked into a room and felt it? That quiet confidence, that sense that people notice you without you doing anything at all. Not because of what you were wearing, not because of how you looked, but because of something invisible that was just coming off you. I lost that feeling for years. After my divorce, after the exhaustion of trying to be everything for everyone, I didn't just lose my confidence, I lost my aura. And I didn't even know it was gone until a woman I hadn't seen in 2 years looked at me across a restaurant and said, "Sarah, what happened to you? You look completely different." I hadn't changed my hair. I hadn't lost weight. I had changed 10 small daily habits. That's it. And in this video, I'm going to share all 10 of them with you. Because feminine energy isn't something you're born with or without. It's something you practice every single day, in ways so small, most women never think about them. Stay with me. Because habit number 7 is the one that changed everything for me, and it takes less than 60 seconds a day. These are not tips from a magazine. They are not about wearing more dresses or speaking more softly or pretending to be someone you're not. Feminine energy is not a performance, it's a state. And when you're in it, truly in it, people feel it before you say a single word. Men feel it. Women feel it. Rooms feel it. What I'm going to share are 10 micro habits, small, daily, almost invisible choices that shift something deep in how you carry yourself, how you move through the world, and how the world responds to you. Some of them will surprise you. Some of them will make you think, "That's it? That's really it?" And yes, that's really it. The smallest things are always the ones that change everything. By the end of this video, you will have a complete daily practice you can start today, not next week, not after you lose the weight or fix the relationship or figure your life out. Today. I want to tell you about a woman named Helen. She was 52 when she first came to me. Professionally successful, well-dressed, intelligent, the kind of woman who had everything figured out on paper. But she told me something that stopped me cold. She said, "Sarah, I feel invisible. I walk into rooms and nobody turns. I speak and people don't really listen. I've become background noise in my own life." Helen wasn't invisible. She was exhausted. She had spent so many years giving her energy outward, to her children, her career, her relationships, that she had nothing left coming back to herself. And when a woman stops flowing energy inward, her aura goes quiet. We worked together for 3 months. Helen didn't change her wardrobe. She didn't start a new diet. She changed 10 daily habits, small, consistent, almost laughably simple. 4 months later, she called me. She said, "Sarah, a man I've known for 6 years asked me last week if I'd done something different. He said I seemed different, lighter, more present." I told him I hadn't changed anything, but we both knew that wasn't true. That is what feminine energy does when you tend to it. It doesn't announce itself. It simply makes itself impossible to ignore. Habit number 1, you stop rushing. This one sounds too simple to matter. It isn't. When a woman is always rushing, always slightly behind, always slightly breathless, always apologizing for being late or unprepared, she sends one signal to every room she enters. I am not in control of my own life. And that signal is felt instantly by everyone. Feminine energy moves at its own pace, not slowly, deliberately. There is a difference. Deliberate movement says, "I know where I am going. I am not chasing anything. I am arriving." Start with one thing tomorrow morning. Give yourself 10 extra minutes, just 10. And notice what changes when you walk into the first room of your day without rushing. Habit number 2, you stop explaining yourself. Women over-explain constantly. We say sorry before we speak. We justify our choices before anyone questions them. We soften our opinions before we've even finished forming them. And every time we do that, we give away a small piece of our presence. Feminine energy doesn't over-explain. It states, it offers, it invites, but it does not apologize for existing. This week, catch yourself every time you begin a sentence with sorry or just or I might be wrong, but stop. Restate it without the apology. Notice how the room responds differently. Habit number 3, You create one moment of beauty every single day. This is not about aesthetics. This is about sending a message to your own nervous system. When you light a candle, arrange flowers, put on music you love, wear the earrings instead of leaving them in the drawer, you are telling yourself that your life is worth beautifying. And that belief changes how you carry yourself for the rest of the day. It takes 2 minutes. It costs almost nothing. And it is one of the most powerful signals of feminine energy I have ever witnessed in practice. The women I work with who do this consistently, they describe it the same way every time. They say, "I don't know what changed, but I feel more like myself." That is exactly what changed. Habit number 4. You receive compliments without deflecting. The next time someone tells you that you look beautiful, or that you did something well, or that they love something about you, do not say, "Oh, it's nothing," or "this old thing," or "I've been such a mess lately." Say thank you. Just that. 2 words. Full stop. Deflecting compliments feels humble. It isn't. It's a form of self-erasure, and it trains the people around you to stop offering warmth, because you keep returning it unopened. Receiving gracefully is a feminine art. Practice it. Habit number 5. You protect your energy like it is your most valuable possession, because it is. Every conversation that drains you, every person who takes without giving, every obligation you say yes to out of guilt, these are not small things. They are slow leaks. And a woman who is constantly leaking energy has nothing left to radiate. Start one practice this week. Before you say yes to anything, pause. Take one breath. Ask yourself, does this fill me or empty me? You don't have to explain your answer to anyone, but you have to start honoring it. Habit number 6. You move your body with intention every single day. Not to burn calories, not to change your shape, but because the way a woman inhabits her body is the most visible expression of her feminine energy. A woman who moves with ease, with awareness, with pleasure in her own physical existence. She radiates something that no outfit or hairstyle can manufacture. This doesn't mean dancing or yoga or anything specific. It means walk slowly enough to feel your feet. Stretch in the morning like you mean it. Sit in a way that feels like you belong in your own skin. Your body is not something you carry around. It is how you show up in the world. And now, habit number 7, the one I promised you at the beginning. It takes less than 60 seconds. I do it every single morning without exception, and it is the single habit that women I work with describe as the most transformative, every time. Here it is. Every morning, before you look at your phone, before you speak to anyone, before the day takes over, you place your hand on your chest, you take 3 slow breaths, and you say one thing to yourself out loud. Just one thing. Something true. Something kind. Something you actually believe about yourself. Not an affirmation you found on the internet, not something you're trying to convince yourself of. Something you already know is true. I am someone who shows up for the people I love. I have survived things that would have broken others. I am still here, and I am still growing. It sounds almost embarrassingly simple, I know. But here's what happens neurologically when you do this consistently. You begin to rewire the first emotional signal your brain receives each day. Instead of waking up into anxiety or obligation or the weight of everything you haven't done, you wake up into yourself, into your own warmth, into your own presence. And a woman who begins her day inside her own presence, she walks differently, she speaks differently, she chooses differently. Everything that follows is changed by those 60 seconds. Habit number 8. You become a woman who listens more than she speaks. This is not about being passive or quiet or small. It is about understanding that presence is not the same as volume. The most magnetic women I have ever met are not the ones who fill every silence. They are the ones who make you feel completely heard in a room full of noise. When you truly listen, when you look someone in the eyes and let what they say actually land, you give them one of the rarest gifts in the modern world, your full attention. And people never forget how that feels. Practice this today. In your next conversation, resist the urge to respond while the other person is still speaking. Just listen. Notice what changes in the energy between you. Habit number 9. You dress for how you want to feel, not for how you want to be perceived. There is a difference. Dressing to be perceived is anxious energy. It is performing for an audience. Dressing for how you want to feel is feminine energy. It is choosing every morning to honor the woman you are becoming. This doesn't mean expensive clothes or any particular style. It means, before you get dressed tomorrow, ask yourself one question. How do I want to feel today? And then dress for that feeling. Not for the meeting, not for the weather, for the feeling. And finally, habit number 10. You stop waiting for your life to begin. So many women I work with are living in a kind of suspended state, waiting to lose the weight before they buy the dress, waiting for the relationship to be fixed before they let themselves be happy, waiting for things to settle before they start becoming who they want to be. Feminine energy does not wait. It inhabits the present moment fully, with all its imperfections, all its uncertainty, all its incompleteness. The woman with the powerful aura is not the one who has everything figured out. She is the one who has decided to show up fully for the life she has right now. I want to tell you something I tell every woman I work with at the end of our time together. You do not need to become someone new. You need to return to someone you already are. The energy you are looking for, the magnetism, the warmth, the quiet power that makes people turn when you walk into a room, it is not somewhere ahead of you. It has always been inside you. These 10 habits are simply the way back. Helen, the woman I told you about at the beginning, she sent me a message 6 months after we finished working together. It said 3 words. I found her. That's all I want for you. If something in this video stirred something in you, if one of these 10 habits landed differently than you expected, I want to hear about it. Leave me a comment below. Tell me which habit you're starting with. I read every single one. And if you know a woman who has been feeling invisible lately, a friend, a sister, someone you love, please share this video with her. Because every woman deserves to be reminded that her energy is not gone. It is simply waiting to be called back. Subscribe if you haven't already. Every week I share honest conversations about feminine energy, relationships, and what it truly means to feel like yourself again. I'll see you in the next one.